Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. Tarot cards are on the screen, so that means it's time for a new moon reading. This time around it is the Virgo Lunar cycle, so we're looking at the month of September. This video is for my Cancers, Cancer sun and moon, like myself, and also Cancer rising. This is a general reading, so if you feel like what I'm saying isn't really, resonate with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I do have all of the signs linked down below in the description box. Also check out the Virgo Lunar Cycle video. I talk about the energies that we'll be dealing with as a collective due to the Virgo influence. And yeah, this is going to be the typical 4-card spread, looking at the energy coming in for us, Cancer, or the energy that we're supposed to be tapping into, any crossing energies or obstacles we might be facing during the month of September. And as we are dealing with the Virgo energy, we're going to be looking at where we need to do some work in the physical. And as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for us to take away with us from this spread, okay? So let's get started. First card that I have coming up is in the position of the energy coming up in the month of September, and I was really lit when I saw this card. I was like, oh, new life, I'm with it. New life, here we go, okay? And this is 39, which breaks down to 12, which breaks down to 3, which is what? The number, the energy for the year that we are in. We're in a 3 universal year. So first things first, I feel like Cancer, you just had your birthdays a couple months ago or about a month or so ago, and you're really getting into your new rotation around the sun, right? So you really are feeling this energy of this is a new life, this is a new time for me, this is a new chapter. But you're also coming into alignment with this 39 energy breaking all the way down into 3. I think the only message that I have for us here is to really devote time and energy during this Virgo cycle, because we have the earth energy here. So this does bring in the sense of physicality. So really with your intentions in Cancer, you are very intentional and you're very intuitive, and you carry that, you carry that juice. As you're thinking about things, be very positive and very mindful and very strategic in the way that you are intending the things that you want to see play out in the physical, because you have the energy. You're able to harness this energy during this month of September to actually build upon this new life. Very positive month for us, Cancer. I get the feeling. Feel like things are wrapping up in certain chapters, whatever those may be, and as we see these things wrapping up, we're really getting excited. I'm getting so excited. We're really getting excited about what is to come. And when I'm talking about what is to come, I'm talking about very soon. Fall season is coming up. It's the season of change and transformation. So I'm excited. I don't know what's gonna pop off, but some good shit's coming in, Cancer. All right, y'all. Next card that I have coming up in our spread is in the position of the crossing energy or obstacles that we might be facing during this month of September. And we've got the Rada Houndses, which is the page of air, the princess of air in this deck. And the message that I get with this card, in the upright position, this card is somebody who is, very strategic in what they're doing and their strategies. They're starting to see them work. It's a lot of work that they put in, and it can be a little tedious, but the strategies work. Now, this is in a crossing position, so I get this sense of Cancer. You might be doing a lot of work during this month, especially with this Virgo energy. Virgo carries the energy of a worker bee. You might be doing a lot of work. You might be making a lot of moves during this month, but you might still be feeling like, well, I find myself just going and going and going and going, but I'm not seeing any results. The reason you're not seeing any results is because you need to revisit your strategy. Virgo is very strategic, ruled by Mercury. So during this month, tap into that Virgo energy and say, okay, I'm doing all this work, but is all the work that I'm doing really effective? Is everything that I'm doing really getting me to this new life point? Or is it just, further proving that I'm capable of doing work? So think about what it is that you want. What does this new life look like, Cancer? And then say, okay, what have I been doing to get here? I've been doing a whole fucking bunch, but am I making any steps closer to here? And if the answer is no, now we get into routine, because I'm a Capricorn rising. If the answer is no, and I say this in a lot of my videos, use this card and turn this energy into upright position to become a supporting energy. If the answer is no, look at your process, Cancer. What are you doing? How is that working? How is that not working? If it's not working, how do you stop it and do something different to make it work? You can start to strategize. And again, remember, September, Virgo energy, it's work or be month anyway, so you're gonna be working either way. But if you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of work, Cancer, it makes more sense to do effective work, because it doesn't, and y'all know this, y'all like to be comfortable, you like to enjoy the fruits of your labor. If you're doing work and you're not seeing any results from it, it doesn't make sense for you to do the work. So what work do you really need to be doing? Start doing it during this month, and you'll see yourself come into this new life energy, okay? All right, Cancer, next position that I have coming up in our spread is in the position of the Virgo energy, where we need to get down to the nitty gritty and do some work in the physical in order to prepare for the change coming up in the fall season. And this is an interesting one that we've got coming up here, okay? This is an interesting spread, period. Chelsea, are you outside the door, girl? I guess not. Anyways, this is an interesting spread, period. You've got this major new life energy. Then you've got a court card. Before I start talking about this, with this being a court card, Cancer, although you are water, I think that this, because court cards sometimes resonate with people, I think this spread is very much so connected to the self. So this is important about rethinking the way that you're doing things, okay? Now, moving back into this card coming up here and what I was saying about your spread. Major new life energy card. You got a court card here. You've got a major card here. And then you've got a card with a master number energy on it, which I'll get into in a few minutes. You've got ancestors coming up in where you need to do some work in the physical. And just blatantly speaking, on a spiritual level, you need to get in touch with the ancestors. Talk to spirit during this month, Cancer. Whatever you believe in, whatever that means to you, there's something for you there. There's something for you to pick up on. So, you know, if you need to do some meditations, if you need to do some past life work, if you need to work with some stones, if you need to work with some other things, you know, live your best life, do what works for you. But there's something connected to, you know, souls and spirits before you that have connections to you, that have messages for you, that are going to help you ease through your transition into this fall cycle coming up. Now, on a more general level, with this ancestors card, when we think of the word ancestors, we think of the past, right? So generally speaking, Cancer, I think it's important also for you during this month to think about your past. Think about what has not worked for you. You're coming into a new life, and you don't want to bring in any old baggage, and you don't want to bring in any old habits that have not served you, right? And you've got this crossing energy, which is saying you're doing shit that doesn't really work for you, that's not really, you know, beneficial. So think about your past. When have you been doing this in the past? How did that affect the energy that when you were trying to hit this energy at another time, you know? What were you doing? What strategies were you using that were just not effective? And how can you, learning from that, make some changes here now in the physical in order for you to progress forward? Because your goal and what you are supposed to be coming into alignment with is this energy of new life. Things are supposed to be shifting for you, and because we are in Virgo season, this new life card popping up here tells me things in the physical are supposed to be shifting for you into a more positive light, whether that be financially, whether that be foundationally, whether that be your career, your family, your relationships, whatever your living space, whatever it is, it's supposed to, you're coming into alignment with something more positive. New life is a very positive energy. But you've got to think about what you've done in your past that didn't work and what's not going to work for you going forward, okay? Now, going off of that ancestors card, your last card in the spread, Cancer, is in the position of the soul message, something extra for us to take away with us from the spread. You've got the dove, which I said, again, resonates with master number energy. So I think this is going to be the most important message in this spread, Cancer. You guys put a lot of energy into the home. And when I say the home, I mean the physical home, but also you put a lot of energy into making sure that you are comfortable in this life. And when things don't necessarily turn out the way that they were supposed to, Cancer, we tend to blame ourselves. We tend to look at ourselves and look at a lot where we went wrong, but instead of, accepting it, charging it to the game, moving on, we look at where we went wrong and we tend to beat ourselves up for it because it's affected our comfort in the present. So Cancer, another message, a very important message for you during this month, and I think this energetically is also something that could be holding you back from actually reaching the new life energy. You've got to forgive yourself for, and I'm just going to put it as straight as I can. You got to forgive yourself for your fuck ups. Whatever you feel like you took an L and the L you took was because of you, or wherever you feel like you've quote unquote failed, or wherever you feel like you did wrong, understand that shit happens, and shit happens for us to learn from it. So instead of walking around with this dark cloud over you, carrying around this stuff in these bags that you definitely don't need to carry over into the new life energy, it's just time to let it go. Acknowledge it, accept it, learn from it, work through it, release it. Release is very important during this Virgo lunar cycle. Although this is an Earth lunar cycle, you've got to release so that shit can really start popping off for you in the physical. And you've got to forgive yourself for the things that did not work out for you, okay? Things didn't turn out because they weren't supposed to turn out. Everything happens in divine timing, and everything happens as it should and when it should. Whether, they say the best way to make God laugh is to tell him your plans. Whether that was in your plans or not, understand that life will not lead you to where you don't need to be. You're going to end up exactly where you're supposed to be, okay, Cancer? So, let go of those burdens. Forgive yourself for your L's and focus more so on moving forward. Talk to spirit. Think about what didn't work for you in the past, and, definitely re-strategize. Don't do shit that doesn't make sense. And really go for gold. This new life energy is really popping. You just came into your new year, Cancer. So, and I talked about back, I think, in the Cancer video, like, you want to do things at the beginning of your year so that you carry that energy throughout. So that's how you see your year play out. So Cancer, focus on this new life energy. Focus on, getting your shit together mentally and re-strategizing. Take a look at your past, like I said, talk to spirit, and just release what needs to be released. And I think you'll start to see the shift come in for you very quickly, Cancer. So yeah, that's your reading. I hope that it resonated with you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. If you'd like to book your own personal reading with me, I've got my Etsy link down below as well, and I am having an end of summer sale, so got to get rid of my summer inventory. Everything is on sale, and thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all next time. Peace.